reigned from 575 to nearly 897 AD in Kanchi and surrounding regions. What are the sources of the Pallavas? Sources. For the study of Pallava history and inscriptions, contemporary writings, and also Huyansang writings, architectures, sculptures, and paintings are the main sources during the period of Pallava dynasty. Mahendra Verma, Tiruchinappalli, Mandangapattu, Kudiyamalai inscription. These inscriptions issued by Mahendra Verma I. And famous Pallava ruler Narasimha Verma issued Badami inscription. And also Pulakeshi Aihole inscription. Nandavarma Udaindiram inscription. And Simha Vishnuvu issued the Manchikallu and Maidavoli inscriptions. These inscriptions described the Pallava dynasty. And the famous works during the Pallava dynasty, one is Mattavilasa Prahasana. Mattavilasa Prahasana wrote Mahendra Verma. And Dandi wrote the Dashakumara Charitra. Bharavi Kiratarjuniyam, the famous writings during the period of Pallava Empire. And Alvar writings and Nayanars, Kural and Mahavamsa, etc. These describe the Pallava dynasty. There is no consensus among the historians on the origin of the Pallavas. Louis Royce considered them as foreign origin. The foreign rulers, like the Shakas, Yavanas, and Pahlavas, who came invading India and settled in the western part of India, later expanded to south and became Pallavas. The Purana Pahlavas and Pallavas, except the similarity in the name, we find no relation between them. The Bhuvanakosham of 10th century mentioned that in the northwest of India, Pahlavas lived and in the south Pallavas. Hence the argument that Pahlavas or the Pallavas cannot be accepted. And who are the Pallavas? According to the K.P. Jaiswal, says that Pallavas belonged to the Vakataka dynasty, but Pallavas expanded prior to the Vakatakas. Hence, Pallavas cannot be Vakatakas. And some of the works said that Tondayar tribes migrated to Tondai Mandalam, and the same tribe became Pallavas, and the Sanskritization of the word Tondai is Pallava, is the opinion expressed by Krishnaswamy Iyengar. But Tondayar is the authentic name, whereas Pallavas is the name of the dynasty. Hence, this argument also cannot be accepted. Who is established by Pallava dynasty? Pallava dynasty established by Simhavishnu in 575. Pallava dynasty established in 575 AD by Simhavishnu. సింహవిష్ణువు చేత ఈ పల్లవ వంశం క్రీస్తు శకం 575లో స్థాపించబడింది. The power and glory of the Pallavas in South India was revived by Simhavishnu. His descendants were known as a new Pallavas. In recognition of their great contribution to Hindu culture, historians call them as Great Pallavas. Simhavishnu was reigned from 575 to 600 AD. Simhavishnu revived the power of Pallavas in South India. He defeated Cholas, Pandya, Kalabra, and Kerala kings and established Pallava kingdom at Kanchi. He had the title of Avanisimha. Simhavishnu had the title of Avanisimha. Avani Simha. And next ruler after Simhavishnu, his son Mahendravarma I ascended the throne and expanded his empire up to Krishna River in the north. He reigned from 600 AD to 630 AD. During his period only, the struggle between Pallavas and Chalukyas began. Badami Chalukyan king Pulakeshin II occupied Karmarashtra. Later, he invaded the Pallava kingdom and in Pulaluru battle 630 defeated Mahendravarma I. But Mahendravarma I saved his capital, Chalukya's lost coastal area north of Penna River. Mahendravarma I was a Jain, the beginning under the influence of Appar. Please listen carefully, all of you. Mahendravarma was a great ruler. He has a Jaina in the beginning. Under the influence of Appar, he became a Shaivite. Mahendravarma. He is a first Jainism. After, under the influence of Appar, he became a Shaivite. మొదట ఇతడు జైన మతాన్ని అవలంబించాడు. అప్పారి యొక్క బోధనల వల్ల ఇతడు శైవ మతాన్ని ఆదరించాడు. He developed proficiency in the music. He was a great poet and wrote a drama, Mattavilasa Prahasanam. Mattavilasa Prahasanam. In Sanskrit. In the drama, he criticized Jain, Buddha, Kapalika, and Kalamuka sects. Mattavilasa Prahasanam is a Sanskrit language. In the drama, he criticized Jaina, Buddha, Kapalika, and Kalamuka sects. In South India, Mahendra Verma started the Dravidian art and architectural style. Mahabalipuram, Pallavaram, Mamanduru, Dalavanuru built rock-cut caves. The cave paintings of Sittanna Vasal were painted during his period. The cave paintings of Sittanna Vasal were painted during his period. He assumed the titles as Gunabhara, Chitrakarapuli, Vichitra Chitta, Avani Baja. These are the titles. Mahendra Verma. After the death of Mahendra Verma, his son succeeded by Narasimha Verma I, the throne by Narasimha Verma I. He reigned from 630 to 666. He was the greatest among all the Pallava rulers. When Chalukya Pulakeshi II invaded Narasimha Verma I, defeated him in the Manimangalam War in 642 AD. He followed Pulakeshi II up to Badami. After killing him, Narasimha Verma I erected the victory pillar in Badami as a mark of victory in this war. He assumed the title of Vatapi Konda. He put Maravarma on the throne of Sri Lanka, who helped Narasimha Verma in this battle. Please, carefully, all of you. He improved that art and architectural style began by his father. He built a great port city by the name of Mahabalipuram town. In his court lived the great poet of Sanskrit, Bharavi. Bharavi wrote a book, Kiratarjuniyam, in Sanskrit language. During the time of Narasimha Verma I, Chinese traveler Huyansang visited Kanchi. During the time of Narasimha Verma I, Chinese traveler Huyansang visited the Kanchipuram. This is the Narasimha Verma I administration. After death of Narasimha Verma I, he came to the throne after his father Narasimhavarma 1. His son succeeded by Mahendravarma 2. He is a weak successor and very important Pallava kingdom, the great ruler of Narasimhavarma II. He was defeated by the Chalukya Vikramaditya. By this, the feudatories living Pallavas accepted the authorities of Chalukyas. Narasimhavarma II reigned from 685 to 730. His period went on peacefully. He built a Shore temple in Mahabalipuram. Narasimhavarma II built a Shore temple in Mahabalipuram and also Kailasanatha temple built Narasimhavarma II at Kanchipuram. The famous temple, Kailasanatha temple, Lord Shiva. He also great ruler of Pallava dynasty. He had the title of Rajasimha. He had the title of Rajasimha. And another important ruler, Parameshwaravarma, during his reign, Chalukya Vikramaditya II attacked Kanchi and issued a victory inscription in Kailasanatha temple and collected tribute from him to punish the Western Gangas who helped the Chalukyas in this attack. Parameshwaravarma II went into a war with them. In his Vailande war, Parameshwaravarma II died. After the death of Parameshwaravarma II, the dynasty of Simhavishnu ended. And for Pallava throne, internal struggle started among the family members, scholars, and feudatories of Pallavas assembled the elected Nandivarman. Belonging to the Pallava family as King Nandivarma had the title Pallava Malla. During his time, many enemies invaded the Pallava kingdom. Chalukya Vikramaditya II invaded and looted Kanchi. Nandivarma had to fight with Pandyas and Western Gangas. Later founder of Rashtrakuta dynasty, Danti Durga, invaded Pallava kingdom and defeated Nandivarma. Nandivarma was a great builder who built Vaikunta Perumal temple in Kanchipuram. And another important ruler of Western Pallava ruler, Dantivarma, he reigned from 795 to 845. During his period, Rashtrakuta Govinda III invaded Pallava kingdom and plundered Kanchi. By this, the weakness of the Pallavas come to open. Pandyas also attacked with the intention of expanding their empire. And the next ruler, Nandivarma III. Nandivarma III reigned from 845 to 865. During his period, Pandyas attacked for the expansion of the empire. With the support of feudatories, he defeated the Pandyas. And After Nandivarma III, his son Nrupatunga Varma throned the Pallava dynasty. He is a weak successor. He reigned from 866 to 896. After Nrupatunga Varma, Aparajita Varma became the king. He was the last king among the Pallavas. He tried to save the Pallava kingdom with the support of Western Gangas and Cholas. He defeated the Pandyas in the war at Sri Perambiyam in 880. After the defeat of Pandyas, Aditya Chola invaded Aparajita Varma in 885. In this war, Aparajita Varma died. With the death of Aparajita Varma, the history of Pallava dynasty came to an end in 897. This is the political history of Pallava dynasty. And Pallavas had conquered the Pandyas and Cholas and established a great empire, gave the Tamilians political stability and peace from the crisis after the Calabra invasions. Though the Pallavas fought against the Badami Chalukyas continuously, put all effort to the development of literature, art, and architecture. This is the political history of Pallava Empire. Next subheading is Pallava administration. This is a very important Pallava administration. Pallava administration system, like other South Indian ruling dynasties, Pallavas also followed the Shatavahana system of administration. Pallavas assumed the titles Dharma Maharajadiraja. King was helped by the officials in the administration. We find the names of officials in the inscriptions as Rahashadikruta, Yuvaraja, Ratika, Deshadikruta, etc., etc. Kings appointed employees called Jyotika and Sanjarantaka and collected information from all corners of the kingdom. In the Pallava Empire, majority of the area was under the control of feudatories like Telugu Chodas, Gangas, and Renati Chodas, etc. For the administration convenience, the Pallavas kingdoms is divided into rastras. Rastras divided into Vishayas, Vishayas divided into Bhogas, Bhogas divided into Gramas. Rashtra was administered by an official Rashtra was administered by an official called Veputra. Villages had three types of sabhas. Ur was the sabha of all landowners as members. All Brahmins as members was called sabha. And all traders as members is called Nagara. Please listen carefully, all of you. Village had three types of sabhas. One is Ur. Ur was the sabha of all landowners as members. And second one, Sabha. Sabha was all Brahmins as members were called Sabha. And Nagaram. Nagaram was all traders as members. All traders as members is called Nagaram. With the advice of the village officials, Grama Bojaka, these committees looked after the affairs of the village. Courts are called dharmasanas, which inquired and punished the criminals. Grama Sabhas were responsible for the administration of village. Temples, gardens, irrigations, facilities, and census. In those days, not only the above three types of sabhas, but also castes, sabhas, and trade guilds existed by coordination of the temple, priest, peasant, and land. The Pallavas laid the foundation for a new village, socio-economic and cultural order. This new village order was developed by Cholas in later times as a refined local self-government system. On the whole, every village appeared like a self-reliant republic. This is the Pallava administration system. And another important point, economic conditions. Next point, economic conditions. Pallavas made all efforts for the development of agriculture by surviving the lands and creating water resources. Inscriptions of that period mention Mahendra Tatakam, Chitramika Tatakam, Parameshwara Tatakam, Kaveri, Pakkan Tatakam, etc. King was the complete administrator of the land. King donated lands to the temples and Brahmins. Paddy was the main crop grown by the farmers. During the period, the main crop was paddy. Paddy was the main crop grown by the farmers. Huyan Sang wrote that the land was very fertile and the people were hardworking also. Landless peoples worked as agricultural laborers, paid the labor in kind. Cottage industries functioned along with agriculture. Cottage industries formed into a guild. Inscriptions mentioned the names of the guilds as Nanadeshi and Manigrama. From the ports of Mahabalipuram and Nagapattinam, this is the main ports of during the period of Pallavas. Pallavas traded with China and Southeast Asia. Traders, while trading, migrated to these kingdoms and spread Indian culture there. Some inscriptions mentioned 18 types of taxes collected by the Pallavas. Land revenue was the major income of the state. Land revenue tax collected by 1/6 to 1/10 of the produce as tax. There were professional taxes, marriage tax, tax on the manufacture of salt and sugar. When the king was on tour in the kingdom, the camp expenses had to be borne by the villagers of that area. Apart from the taxes, people supplied milk, curd, flowers, vegetables, wood, and cattle grosses to the government employees. Pallavas maintained four-foot army and used sword, daggers, and bows in the wars. They maintained naval force also. This is the economical conditions, and tomorrow will be discussed social conditions and religious conditions and literature, art and architecture. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow will be discussed Pallava socio-economic conditions. Thank you very much, all of you. Today's class closed.
Thank you, sir.